everyone, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be working on various different type of items. We are going to do Halloween, fall, and some everyday home decor. The first thing that we're going to start with is this container that I had purchased through through Michael's, and I needed a container to house all of my vinyl items for the projects that I will be filming with. So I saw this at Michael's on sale, and I thought this would be a great container to hold all of my, not scraps, but all of the vinyl that I will be using when creating my video content. So I'm going to go ahead and push that to the side, and I will start weeding this project here. Now I do have plastic envelopes, but I thought this container was a little bit more durable and useful for what I need. So I thought that I probably should just use a container instead. It looks like I'm losing my O. That's all right, we will get that fixed. And this vinyl is Paper Studio. They have their vinyl in 12 by 12 sheets and from Hobby Lobby, and I really like to buy them individually just because sometimes you don't need the whole roll, excuse me, of vinyl. So I like to sometimes purchase their individual vinyls for my craft projects. So we'll go ahead and mend this here in a second. Let me pull up this O and then take out the middle part. So I just have it labeled as video content material. And I found this wreath vine in Design Space. And then go ahead and move this into the screen here, and of course, just like anything that you need to apply your vinyl to, add some rubbing alcohol to your container. This will just allow the vinyl adhere really well to your objects that you're putting your vinyl on. So this just allows the vinyl to sit on the container really well. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get our transfer tape onto our vinyl here. Push this to the side. And I'm going to use my... Now, usually want to start off with your biggest project first, because that way you can just cut down your transfer tape from there. So I believe this is the biggest one I have today, and I'm just going to go ahead and put my painter's tape back on here. That way it will stay put, and then I will go ahead and peel some of this back. And I'm not going to peel it all the way back just because I don't want the whole thing exposed, because for one, I'm not going to be using all of it, and for two, it's really hard to handle transfer tape when you have it completely exposed. This just makes it a little bit easier for me to handle. So I like to place it towards me and then apply the transfer tape and try to get it as straight as possible on there. I think I'm a little crooked. And then I'm going to pull back this handle here and peel it off, trying to be as smooth as possible. Looks like I got some air bubbles and I need some more room here, so I'm going to push that over a little bit. Okay, about right there. And then I will cut off what I don't need. Okay, we still have all this, and I'm not going to cut this away because I'll still reuse this transfer tape. So now what I'll do is I will burnish the front and the back. Again, this is Paper Studio. I always, when I label my containers, and I have a few tags I labeled for my various projects and whatnot, and I always use removable vinyl because I like to, for example, if I no longer think it's a good idea to put this content in this container, I could reuse it for something else. And using, now permanent vinyl will allow you to do it. It's just a little bit harder just because it's a little bit stickier. So, but just using removable really helps take it off when you need to reuse it. So I always just use, I'm gonna throw that away, don't need it anymore. I just use removable vinyl for these type of projects. Now I most certainly can use the parchment paper method, but I think this is pretty easy to put on here. I don't know, I might end up using it. Let me just, because this is plastic, so it's going to stick really well. And you won't have a lot of grace period when applying this vinyl onto plastic. Once it's there, it's going to be there unless you pull it up using your weeding tool. But I think this looks good, so I will just put it on, and then again, using my scraper tool here, applying it on there. Alright, I think that's good. Usually when you put your vinyl on plastic, it adheres really well. Oh, sorry if you guys hear my pup. She's a small dog. She likes to bark a lot. Okay, there we go. First project done, and I like how it really sticks out pretty easily to be seen and read. So, all right, on to the next. All right, our next craft, we have this glass mug. Now, you've seen this from my last video, excuse me. I had a white and a pink mug, and in this video today, I will be using this mint green, and then I'm going to also be using this hurricane glass. Now, these two glasses, this is from Hobby Lobby, and this is from the Dollar Tree. And in the next video that I will be putting on my channel will be another video of faux foods, and I'm going with a Frankenstein theme. I really liked the colors, so we will be adding some faux foods to these two glasses and various other items that I have for that particular video, but I thought that this would be a great opportunity for this video to apply the vinyl. So I'm going to go ahead and push that to the side. Now they're really tiny scraps here, so again, using that same vinyl that I used for papers, or for the first craft that we did today, and I'm going to go ahead and weed this, and looks like this might be a little intricate to weed, so we're going to go ahead and take our time with this one. Sometimes when it starts to come up like this, it usually means your blade is getting dull. So, or also because this is an intricate cut too, but so you just want to make sure that, I don't even think I had replaced that blade since I used my Joy. So I definitely think that I need to replace my blade here soon, because actually when it was cutting, and you already seen some of the middles were already missing, and it just kind of came up as it was cutting, which, I mean, happy accident, right? Less for me to weed. I actually really like to weed, but I don't like to weed small pieces. It's like my biggest pet peeve when it comes to this process. If I could avoid it, I would, but a lot of times we just can't help it. So I just have Beware of Frankenstein, and I think we're gonna put that on the hurricane glass. And then this one, I just have a cute little image of Frankenstein that I found on Design Space. So I do have a Design Space, I am Cricut Access, I should say, member, and so I do use their SVGs quite a bit, but I like design bundles as well. I thought about getting a membership with them, and I'm also I have a membership with Creative Fabrica or Creative Fabrica. I've heard it's been said both ways, and I don't use them as often as I thought I would use them. I use design bundles a lot more, but their design bundles is a little, I don't know, I don't like their membership options. So I probably should, as much as I buy from them, I really should use their, and I use Etsy as well. All right, so what I'll do is, before I apply the transfer tape, I'm going to go ahead and clean this off. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and get that on there. Again, I'm just burnishing the front and the back. All right, I'll go ahead and get this towards me, and I will, let's see here. Again, I don't have to worry about my lip to sit because my, I'm going to use this for my Faux Foods display, so I don't have to worry about making sure there's enough room for that. So I'm just going to go over this direction. I think, oh, that's so cute. All right, apply my burnishing tool, my scraper tool. All right, that is this one, and then let's go ahead and move that to the side, and then we will have put some vinyl on there. Now this one, I think this is going to be the challenging one, just because it bevels out down here and it's narrow at the top. So I gotta sit here and think about where is the best place to put this little decal on the cup, just because I think it's gonna be hard. And I also think I'm probably gonna need to I think I'm gonna have to add some relief cuts, which I don't, but I think with the letters I'm gonna have to do it. All right, we'll see how that works. And then I'll turn this around. There. Now it's going to, oh, I definitely have it bubbling at the top there, and part of here. I'm just pushing the bubbles down and out of my vinyl as best as I can. Yeah. All right. Now, when you're peeling this up, it may kind of rip, and that's because you made cuts in it, and that's okay. It looks like my end is popping up. Oop. Actually, that wasn't too good. So, in the video for my Faux Foods, this whole cup will be covered in the inside, so this will be read a little bit better. I'm just going to put my hand back there so you'll be able to see it. So again, stay tuned for my next video. We're going to work with these two, and we have a few others. In fact, I'll bring in the next one, but we're going to do a couple more vinyls for my next video. So stay tuned for that. That will be posted a little bit later. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next project. Okay, our next project is probably the simplest of all the projects here today. I am going to apply a cute, just a circle from this vinyl here. And this is actually not real marshmallows, it's faux marshmallows. And in the video that I will be posting later this week, I'll show you how to make these cute faux marshmallows. It would be super cute too, since I'm doing I'm doing Frankenstein themed and candy corn themed. So if you watched the previous video that I had posted this week or earlier, prior to this video, you will have seen a Faux Foods having candy corn themed as well. So I actually had this vinyl from Hobby Lobby. Actually, it's from last year, first time using it. And I actually thought about applying some vinyl here, but then I thought it kind of may take away the whole point of me adding the faux marshmallows in here. So I thought it'd be kind of cute if I just jazz up the lid. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and then of course apply some rubbing alcohol to clean the surface. Now, of course, I can use transfer tape, but I think I probably won't do that, and I'll just kind of peel it up and center it as best as possible. All right. Just trying to get those little bubbles out. I think it's still there. But yeah, so now I kind of just gave it a different look. And again, the easiest project that we will work on today. And there we go. So now in the next video, we'll add the marshmallows that are currently drying. Oops, we'll get that off later. But actually, I think I got this. I can't remember if this was the Dollar Tree. I think this might be the Dollar Tree. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. This project is totally Pinterest inspired. I found this on Pinterest and I'm like, I can make that, and I thought it was such a cute thing for Halloween. So I had purchased this wood blank, and you guys seen it in my first craft haul. And again, it's from Hobby Lobby, and I left the natural wood because I like leaving that type of style on my projects. But I painted this with chalk black, and I believe it's the Folk Art brand. And then I had this wood disc, and if you guys are interested in knowing the size, I believe it's 9 by 9, and then this one's slightly smaller. I think it's 7 inches. No, let's see here, about 7.5 inches. So my idea was to glue this down, and then I cut out these bats, and I was going to have the bats kind of curved along this faux moon, right? So I'm going to use my Beacon Fabri-Tac glue. So I'm just going to apply some glue. Now, of course, you can use whatever adhesive you want. And turn this over. Now, what I'm going to do is try to center this as best as possible. All right, and again, this wood disc, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but I did purchase this disc from Hobby Lobby as well. And then I have these cute bats. And what I'm going to do, and these bats were cut out of glitter cardstock just to kind of give it some shimmer to it. So what I'll do is let me get some foam tape so they sit up a little bit and give it more of a dimensional look. And I'm also going to bend my bats so that way they look like they're flying or not so flat. So actually, do I need them? Maybe I don't need the foam tape. Yeah, I don't think so. I think it would look just fine. All right, so I'm going to have it start off the side of the moon here. And let's see here. I think I'm going to have it. I didn't want to use hot glue just because I wanted a little bit more grace in case I decided to have it going a different direction. And again, I'm just bending the wings. And I want it to go on the curve of the moon. I want them to be formed around the moon. So I am placing the bigger bats because I want to make sure that I have room for them. And again, I just want them to fly around. I mean, I don't have to, but I do have one more, but I think I'm going to hold off from that and actually use it for my next video. I have an idea of what I want to use them for. There we go. Now, I may not use all of them. I did cut out quite a bit just in case I need them. All right, and that is our project here. Okay, what do you guys think? I actually think it's super cute and different. I don't think I've seen too many designs like this for Halloween, so I actually thought about adding some vinyl to this, maybe a Halloween saying, or I don't know. And then I thought, you know what, the bats just take care of it, and I think it actually looks super cute. So, all right, well, I hope that you like this one. Let's go ahead and move on to the next project. This is not fall or Halloween inspired. This is just a home decor project that I wanted to make for my house, and I thought that this would be such a cute idea to share in this video. So I had purchased these blocks from Hobby Lobby, and then I believe this was from the Dollar Tree, and my idea was to basically, now ignore this, this is not finished, but basically to have it like this, but of course sitting up. And I'm only showing it this way just so you all can see, since my camera is facing up or facing down in that manner. But it's supposed to sit like this. And so I thought that it would be cute to add the Daly family here, and then of course glue them down. Actually, I might not even glue them down. I might just have them sitting because they stand pretty good on their own. So again, I painted using white chalk paint, and then I distressed the sides and then of course the front as well, just to give it that distressed look. So let's go ahead and weed this out. Some chalk paint that was still dusty on here. Go ahead and clean this all up. Okay, it was a mess trying to sand all that off. Chalk paint, if anybody who has worked with chalk paint knows the struggle with that. It gets really messy when you're trying to sand it and distress it. So I just used Times New Roman. I think that is such a classic font. And I used that, and then I used Witchy for the Daly, and the D is Times New Roman as well. Okay, let's get the middles. Then I got one more to get off my finger. And again, Paper Studio. This is removable, and it's fine to use that just because, you know, it's not going to be in the elements, it's not going to get wet, or shouldn't get wet at least. And I use this concrete color. I don't know if that's what it's called. It looks like concrete to me. And I just thought it'd be kind of nice to offset the color a little bit. So we will see how it looks again. And I apologize, I know you guys can't see this really well. I accidentally used Paper Studio brand again, and I need to make sure I use next time Orcal, just because that way you guys can see as I weed. Okay, let's go ahead and bring in my transfer tape. took me a second to find where it was at. Let's see here. I think what I'll do is I'll cut this off here. Okay. Yep, this will work. And we'll burnish this down. And I'll burnish the back. Then I will take off the carrier sheets. All right. And then let's go ahead and add our vinyl to our wood. Now I usually like to use, and I guarantee I'm not going to be able to use this transfer tape just because of the chalk paint that I sanded off of there. There's probably, it's going to lose its tack. I can guarantee it. Don't let the angle of the transfer tape throw you. It's kind of throwing me through a loop right now. Go ahead and let's just measure this. I think, okay. Again, I'm just measuring it. Oh, that's actually pretty good. All right. Again, that grid really throws me through a loop sometimes. And it's hard for me to line things up, which is like why I don't like to use this transfer tape, but it actually works really nice. And yeah, it's working just fine. I thought maybe the vinyl might have a hard time sticking on the, looks like I got a vinyl there, onto the wood just because of that chalk paint, but it's actually doing pretty good. And I got these random pieces that kind of came on there. And so you guys can tell here that there's a lot of that chalk paint dust on there, so I can't reuse that. I mean, I could, but then I'm going to end up struggling trying to get it to stick on, my vinyl to stick on the transfer tape. It's just why I go through the hassle. Apply that, and I think I have a smaller scrap. I do. That I could use. I think I just need, yeah, that should be good. Okay. Let's peel this back. And apply the transfer tape. Guess I really didn't need all of that, but that's all right. Oh, be careful. Looks like I didn't get the surf part, or the sans serif part, whatever that's called. So just be careful that you don't do what I just did. I thought I had it completely covered, but I did not. Okay. Peeling this back. All right. Then we'll get this centered. Oh, I think I want, nope, that's straight. Again, that grid is throwing me off a little bit, but, well, actually, no. I think, no, it's the ease. Alrighty. Yeah, that actually turned out pretty good. Okay, the last part, again, I can't use that just because of all that chalk paint that came up. Now I do want to spray this down a little bit because it was pretty dusty. It's been in my craft room. In fact, I forgot about it until I was reorganizing some things the other day. And because I was going to use if anybody knows what Hobby Lobby is, I actually showed it in my last craft stash video. And I was going to use that home wood from their wood pile. It's like shaped like a house, but then it was super big, and I found this and I was like, oh, this is perfect. So me decided to end up using this piece that fits really perfectly. I didn't want something like this. I just wanted, just kind of like with the Hobby Lobby from their wood pile section, their little house shape wood thing. And again, it just was too big for this project. And so I found that. I said, well, I guess this will be fine. Yeah, in fact, I may not need that. And just burnishing the back. And I thought about using a different accent color than for the D than what I'm using now, but where it's going, I have like this buffalo black and white check theme, so I thought this would fit perfectly for that. And so I didn't get this cleaned all the way. Okay. Again, now when I did this, I had it centered here and down, not this direction. So I'm going to try to move it down over, because I was thinking maybe later I'll add a bow to this just to kind of get, I don't know, I just want to sit on this to see how it looked and then decide later if I want to add a bow at the top. So that's why I'm not centering it from the very bottom to the very top. Just, I think it's down. That's fine. All right. Alrighty. Go ahead and take this off. Yeah, looks good. All right. Use this rest of this transfer tape for the, oops, the Y. And I know it's hard for you guys to see, and I apologize. Put it down like this. Okay. There we go. Looks like I got some bubbles in there, but you know, I think it will be fine. Okay, and just burnishing the front and the back. Okay, move that, throw it away. I like to clean as I go. That way I don't have to have a huge clean at the end of the craft video. And then let's go ahead and add this. Again, scraping it down. Being mindful that I don't scratch these areas and lift them up because that was exposed. That's all right. And then I'm going to use my weeding tool, but careful not to scratch my surface here. Love it. That looks really good. I was worried that this gray was not going to look good, and it actually does. So there we go. What do you think? Oh, I love it. Let me go ahead and set it up. I don't think you guys can see that well when I'm having it set up, but I think it just looks super cute. And again, really fitting for my home decor. So I'll show it to you guys once more. And then you could glue it if you want, but I don't think I'm going to glue it. It shouldn't get bumped into too much. And of course, I may end up wanting to change it or add, you know, to it or something. I might add some florals or something to that effect. But I think for right now, I think it's good as the way it is. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next craft. I had purchased these blocks from Hobby Lobby. They came in a pack of 4, and then I also had purchased these wood sticks from Hobby Lobby. In fact, they're a little bit longer. Actually, 2 of them is the total length of the sticks that comes in the bag from Hobby Lobby, and I just had my husband cut these into 2. And my thought process was to add the word fall, so each block would have a letter, and then glue these sticks on top of the wood blocks and then add some moss to them. And I thought it'd be so cute to have a little decor for fall. So let's go ahead and move these to the side. And we're actually going to do an iron-on project for this one. It looks like the wood sticks are shedding just a little bit, so I just want to move that away. Okay, and the reason why we're using iron-on, well, first of all, I love iron-on for wood. And second of all, I really liked the foil for the fall-inspired craft here. And so what I did is I found a font that I liked and I ungrouped it so I can just space it out a little bit better. So that's why it's not in order. And then I'm just going to simply cut out the letters. So F, cut up next, and then the L. Okay, now I want to use some parchment paper just to protect the paint from my mini press. So now I've already had it preheated, so that way all we have to do is just iron it on. So let me go ahead and clean up my workspace a little bit here. All right, and I didn't paint the bottom because no one's going to see the bottom, so I figured didn't need any paint there. And I'm just going to go ahead and center it. And so now I'm going to go ahead, bring my iron on, my mini easy press, and I just use the medium heat for this particular project. That's the setting I like to use for my iron-on projects for wood. And looks like it shifted down a little bit, but that's okay. We'll be fine. Then about 30 seconds, then you're going to want to turn it over to draw out some of that heat. Just a method I like to use to help get that heat out of there. And usually helps. Let's see. Now I'm going to add the A again, trying to center it. And again, you just want to move, apply a little bit of pressure. I love ironing on wood. Yeah, it just makes life so much easier, and it just almost looks like when you iron it on, it almost looks like it's embedded into the wood. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but it should be cool now. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, love it. See how pretty that is? It has I distressed it, so it has the natural wood around it. It almost looks like it's outlined. Oh, absolutely love it. How nice is that? Okay. Oh, I'm excited. So look how pretty that is. Oh, love it. Okay. Now what we'll do is we will add our sticks to the top of our blocks here. I think I'm just going to leave these as is and not use the moss. I just think they're too small of a project. Now, if this was bigger, then I most certainly probably would have used it, but I think that they are cute as they are. What do you guys think? I think they are. Maybe a ribbon would be, no ribbon. All right, yeah, I think I'm just going to leave them as is. I like them, and I think that they're different, and we're going to call this project complete. All right, we have 3 more projects, and the next one, again, is just a little bit of a home decor, so it's not fall or Halloween related, and you'll see that I weeded some of it out previously because I was using my Cricut Joy, and the Cricut Joy did not have a foil setting, so I wanted to test it out before I brought it to the channel just in case. It did not cut out well, but it worked just fine. So you guys seen these hearts in my craft haul video. my first craft haul video, and I bought some more. I went back and bought more, as I said I would, and I painted. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can take this off. I painted the back of it, or the front of it actually. Now you most certainly could have painted this side and left the same, but this is just the method I chose. And then of course, if I want to change it, I could paint this side and have it display there. But yeah, and I distressed the sides. So it's supposed to sit up this way. So I decided to use that same foil iron-on, just because I think it's just, and I need to sit it up just because I want to make sure it's straight on. And I just put you and me. I thought that was kind of cute. Bringing back that parchment paper. And then my mini press. Let's go ahead and have it face down to try to draw out that heat so we can move on to our last two projects. Okay. Just, oh, no. Nope. Not ready, not cool. One of the two. Let me just add some more heat to it real quick. All right. While that's doing that, in order to expedite some time here, I'm going to go ahead and weed out my last vinyl project. We have one that is not vinyl related, so we're going to go ahead and weed that out. This one, okay, so we've already seen this face, and it's Einstein, or Frankenstein, excuse me. And I'm applying it to a faux marshmallow. Yes, a faux marshmallow. And you will not, looks like these eyes might give me a little bit of a struggle here, but that's quite all right. You need to stay tuned to my next video, because I'm moving that out of the way. Nope. Okay. Because we're going to be doing something with that, with a faux marshmallow, and it's a marshmallow that I personally did not make. I bought them from Amazon, and I did that just because I feel like using the model magic clay would I would end up using a lot of it in order to get it to that size. And it's, you know, Amazon offered a really good deal for those faux marshmallows. They're not faux marshmallows. I keep on calling them. They're actually dice with no numbers on it, or no dots on it. So looks like this one eye in particular is not cooperating. And I'm trying to get it off my finger. All right. And check on this. This should be good to go. Hopefully it won't rip up that paint like it was trying to earlier. Oh, love it. Looks good, and it just again sits up like this, and I actually really like it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to our last project. And I apologize, I didn't mean last project. This is the second to last one. This is the last project for the vinyl. And so here's the faux dice, and I painted it with chalk paint. And again, this is going to go, you'll understand what this is being used for in my next video, so stay tuned to that. Again, it will be posted a little bit later on. And I thought it would be cute because I cannot draw to save my life. And there's no way I'd be able to draw this and make it look good. So I thought, why not just apply some vinyl to it and be done with it. So I use what's available to me, and that's my Cricut. And it actually applies to the faux dice really nicely. I actually tested this out because I didn't think this would stay on the dice really well, but it does. It actually does really good. Look how cute that is. All right, so then again, stay tuned to the next video because you'll see what I'll do with this for my faux foods, because this is supposed to be a faux marshmallow. All right, let's go ahead and move into the last project for today's video. I had purchased this cute pumpkin from Michael's, and I had purchased these buttons from Hobby Lobby, and I thought, how cute would it be to go ahead and apply these buttons to this pumpkin. Now, I haven't tried this before, so I don't know how well it's going to stay on there, but we're going to go ahead and give it a go. And they come in different sizes, as you can see here, in different finishes. Some is matte, some are glossy. So I thought, how cute would it be just to randomly choose different sizes and just start gluing away. So I am going to go ahead, and one is kind of more rounded at the top, but I'm trying to think of which side. I guess it doesn't matter, right? We'll definitely cover that up. Well, maybe not. Okay. So I am just going to apply my buttons. And of course, you can use your hot glue for this project, but I opted to use this Beacon Fabri-Tac glue just so just because that's just what I have out. And I thought, why not just use it? So, and again, there's different sizes in this pack. The pack, again, is from, I don't think you've got enough glue on there, is from Hobby Lobby, my favorite store. All right, so we added the buttons to our pumpkin. Oh, I actually think it's super cute. It's different, and you can tell as you start to turn it around that it gives it a three-dimensional look to it, so it's not completely flat on the pumpkin. And I just think it'd be super adorable to give to someone who's a sewer, and I think they would really appreciate this pumpkin just because of the cute little buttons. But I thought it'd be a little bit different adding these black buttons to the pumpkin. All right, well, that is all I have for you for this video. Please stay tuned to my channel, as I will be posting 2 more videos. I will be posting a video on faux foods, and then I also will be posting a video on Hobby Lobby's new iron-on 405 HTV. So we'll do some comparison to that particular HTV that they're now selling, and of course the faux foods. All right, thanks guys for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.